Jesus, the crucifixion and resurrection. As the sun rose over the city of Jerusalem, Jesus stood before Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor. The chief priests and elders had accused Jesus of claiming to be the king of the Jews, a crime punishable by death. Pilate, unsure of what to do, asked Jesus, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus replied, "You have said so." Matt 27:11. The crowd, stirred up by the chief priests, cried out for Jesus' crucifixion. Pilate, wanting to appease the crowd, handed Jesus over to be crucified. The Roman soldiers took Jesus to the praetorium, where they stripped him of his clothes, put a scarlet robe on him, and placed a crown of thorns on his head. They mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews," in Matt 27:29. Jesus was then led to Golgotha, the place of the skull, where he was crucified between two thieves. As he hung on the cross, Jesus prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23:34. The crowd watched as Jesus hung on the cross, and some of them mocked him, saying, "If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." Matthew 27:40. But Jesus remained on the cross, suffering for the sins of humanity. As the day wore on, the sky grew dark, and at around 3 p.m., Jesus cried out, "Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani?" which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Matt 27:46. Jesus then said, "It is finished," and he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. John 19:30. As Jesus died, the earth shook, and the veil of the temple was torn in two. The centurion and those with him were amazed and said, "Truly this was the Son of God." Matt 27:54. Jesus' body was taken down from the cross and placed in a tomb. The women who had followed Jesus from Galilee went to the tomb, but they found it empty. An angel appeared to them and said, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here, he has risen, just as he said." Matt 28:5-6. The women ran to tell the disciples, but they were met with skepticism. Peter and John ran to the tomb and found it empty, just as the women had said. As the disciples were trying to make sense of what had happened, Jesus appeared to them and said, "Greetings. Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me." Matt 28:10. The disciples went to Galilee, where Jesus appeared to them again. He gave them the Great Commission, saying, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you." Matt 28:18-20. And with that, Jesus ascended into heaven, leaving his disciples to spread the message of his love and redemption to the world. This is the story of the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus, the Son of God, who gave his life to save humanity from sin and its consequences.